Media outlets have always served as the narrators of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, but this is the first time in history that social media is empowering the people in the midst of the violence by giving them a voice. After 2 years of relative peace, Israel and Palestine are once again involved in a violent conflict. According to the Washington Post, more than 1,200 Palestinians, mostly civilians, have been killed so far, and more than 50 Israeli soldiers have been killed. Gaza and Israel continue to trend on Twitter along with Hamas and Palestine. Palestinians and Israelis alike are expressing their experiences and opinions on the social media site. One Palestinian teen who gained media attention from her tweets from Gaza is Farah Baker. The 16-year-old live-tweeted videos of Gaza missile attacks using Vine. Baker's tweet on July 21st went viral when she posted a picture of herself with a sign reading, "I'm Farah Baker, Gazan girl, 16 years old. Since I was born, I have survived 3 wars. I think this is enough. Hashtag Save Gaza." The 2014 Palestinian-Israeli conflict took on a new life after 3 Israeli teens were kidnapped and murdered by a group of Palestinians. Several Israelis retaliated by burning a Palestinian teen alive. Although it is unclear who is responsible for the murders on either side, this situation speaks to the fragile nature of Palestine and Israel's relationship. The two sides are now at a standstill, with neither willing to stop fighting or accept the other's demands. In the midst of the ongoing war in Gaza, U.S. news organizations are also under attack. Several U.S. media outlets have been criticized for being pro-Israel and not reporting the whole truth. Palestinian journalist Rula Jibril openly criticized the media for bias on MSNBC.
We are disgustingly biased when it comes to this issue. Look at how many airtime Netanyahu and his folks have on air on a daily basis. Andrea Mitchell and others. I never seen one Palestinian being interviewed on these same issues.
Well, I'll push back on that a little. We've had Palestinian
maybe for 30 seconds, and then you have 25 minutes for Bibi Netanyahu and half an hour for Naftali Bennett and many others.
On July 21st, she tweeted, "My forthcoming TV appearances have been canceled. Is there a link between expose and the cancellation?" Jibril credits Twitter with bringing light to the Palestinian side and says that the media is responsible for the U.S. citizens' dominant pro-Israel opinion. Like the war, both sides are expressing unfair treatment. The Israeli ambassador to the United States scolded CNN for failing to report facts and not quoting the UN Secretary General after a school bombing in Palestine.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the media for showing the pictures. What I'm blaming the media is for not connecting the dots. The dots point to the responsibility of Hamas for using schools as weapons depots.
Even though Israel has a clear military advantage in the Gaza war, social media has brought new perspective to the media coverage.
Yesterday, as reports came in of massive civilian casualties in Shajaya, it was on Twitter that you could see the aftermath unfold as it happened. Those tweeting were not just journalists, there were activists, ambulance crews, relatives of victims. The basic details were clear quickly. An ambulance had been attacked, there were bodies on the streets, hundreds of people were fleeing.
In the midst of the deep-seated hatred and intolerance, hope remains. Some Israelis are calling for peace.
We're protesting against the military thing that's going in Gaza. We think there's always a chance for a diplomatic solution and not a violent solution.
I think that in order for all of us here in Israel and in Palestine to be safe, we really need something else. Without the siege, without the occupation, with coexistence.
With arguments from both sides continuing to rage, we can still hope for peace. That's The Buzz for now. I'm Alyssa Pasicznyk.